Roll out your mat, maybe grab a couple of blocks, a blanket or a strap, any props that you might want to use today. Find a comfortable seat on your mat. You can either come into a cross-legged seat or sit on your heels. Bring your hands to your knees. You can turn the palms down or turn the palms face up. Let's start with the eyes closed. Start to bring awareness to the breath. Just keeping the breath moving in and out through the nose. In and out through the body. And just letting the breath move with as much ease as is possible. Maybe observing any areas in the body that start to feel a little bit stuck with the breath, maybe a little tension you're holding in a place or two. Just see if you can use the breath to help unlock some of those places, right? Maybe the shoulders are a little tight, or all right, the hips feel a little tight. Just try to soften the breath as you deepen the breath to open up these areas. Start to engage your Ujjayi breath. Let's take 3 more deep breaths. Slowly opening up the eyes. Good. Coming onto your hands and knees. And lining up your hips right over the knees. We'll come into a nice shoulder opening stretch, Anahatasana. So only modifying in child's pose if you need to here. Otherwise, this is not exactly like child's pose. Walk the hands all the way out. Lower your forehead to the mat. This is more like a downward facing dog with the forehead on the mat. You can either keep your elbows lifting or let your elbows drop down onto the mat. If your elbows are resting on the mat, you can make this a little more of a back bend by letting your heart center open toward the mat. The tailbone starts to lift up. As you start to release out, slide the hands in a little bit. Lift your forehead, off the mat. Coming to a neutral spine. Big inhale, lift up the right arm high with your palm facing the right side of the room, and thread the right arm under the left side. Bring your shoulder down, head down as you take a peek toward the left side of the room. Either letting your left arm slide up through the top edge of the mat, or you can, as an option, lift the left arm, wrap it around the lower back. Any variation is fine. Do the one that's going to be more reasonable for you. And of course, please feel free to modify any part of your practice today. Start to release it out as you come back to hands and knees. We'll go the other way. Big inhale, lift up the left arm. Exhaling, thread the arm under the right side. Shoulder down, head down, peeking toward the right side. Same thing with the right arm. You can either slide it through the top edge of the mat or lift it up, wrap it around the lower back. As long as the option contributes to opening space, right? That's the most important thing. We want to be able to open and breathe free and clear. Take one more breath. And start releasing out as you come back again to your hands and knees. Let's set up our first down dog of the day. Spread the fingers wide. Start tucking the toes. Lift the hips up and back. Feel free in your first down dog of the day to walk out the feet as you bend the right knee, bend the left. Just stretching things out, waking everything up. Stay with the breath. Let's lift up the right leg, putting a deep bend in the right knee so the hip rolls open. Relax the head down, maybe peek under the left arm. Maybe make circles with the right foot or pointing, flexing the foot. And slowing it down, drop the right hip a little bit. Come into a brief pigeon pose. Slide the right knee through. We're not going to be here long, and we're going to keep this as easy as we can since we're not really warmed up. Just keep the chest up. Let the right hip open, nice and easy. One more breath right here. Let's step back to down dog. Bring the right leg back. On your inhale, come forward to your plank pose, lining up the shoulders over the wrist. Exhaling, lower the knees, chest and chin, keeping the elbows close. Slide it through as you inhale into a low cobra pose. Bring it back to down dog, hips up and back. We'll switch the sides. We're lifting the left leg, put a deep bend in the knee, let the hip roll open, head down, maybe peek under the right arm. And if you like, make circles with the left foot or pointing, flexing the foot. And slowing it down, drop the left hip a little, bring your left knee through into a very brief pigeon pose. Sit tall, level the hips, just hold right here. Big, deep breath in. Soften the shoulders as you exhale. Return to down dog again, stepping your left foot back, shake it off a little bit if you need to. Let's put a little bend in the knees, look forward, walk or hop the feet lightly up to the front of the mat. Folding over the legs with your feet about hip width distance apart. A little bend in the knees, begin rolling up slowly to stand. Press down as you uncurl all the way up. Chest up, shoulders back, standing nice and tall in Tadasana. Gaze past the end of the nose, sweep the arms around and up overhead. Urdhva Hastasana, reach up. Exhaling, dive over the legs. Head down, big inhale, chest up, maybe palms to shins if you're modifying. Exhaling, step the left leg back in a low lunge. Let's take a twist here. You can lower the back knee if you need to. Pick up the right arm. Make sure the right heel stays down, looking up at your fingertips. Take one more deep breath. Lowering the right hand, down dog, step the right foot back. On the inhale, bring it forward to plank, lower to chaturanga or drop the knees. Inhale to your back bend, cobra or up dog. Exhaling back, downward facing dog. You can either hold here in your down dog or take a child's pose. Just keeping the breath nice and easy, let it move. All right, especially as we're moving the body, we want to make sure that the breath continues to open up space. Good. Let's take one more deep breath. Good. Then from your downward facing dog, little bend in the knees, look forward, walk or hop the feet up to the front of the mat. Lift the chest on the inhale, exhaling, round down, fold over the legs. Big inhale, sweep the arms around as you rise up. Look up at your thumbs overhead. Exhale, dive back over the legs. Lifting your chest on the inhale. Exhale the right foot back in low lunge. Taking the twist again. You can modify with the right knee on the mat if you choose. Picking up the left arm, reaching up through the fingertips. Keep the left knee pointing forward. One more breath. Lowering your left hand, down dog. Step the left foot back, and you're either holding in your down dog or flowing through your plank pose. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. And maybe go into down dog or child's pose. Maintaining some deep breaths. Slowly inhaling. Slowly exhaling. Deep breaths in. Deep breaths out. From your downward facing dog, start looking forward through the hands. Either walk or hop the feet up to the front of the mat. Chest up on the inhale. Exhaling, round down and fold. Sweep the arms around and up. Urdhva Hastasana, look up. Exhale, dive over the legs. Chest up on the inhale, lengthen. Exhale to plank. You can jump it to chaturanga if that's in your practice to do. We'll meet in down dog. However you choose to get there, stay with the breath. One more deep breath. From your down dog, looking forward, walk or float the feet up to the front of the mat. Chest up on the inhale. Exhale, round down, head down. Feet together, toes and heels all the way side by side. Bend the knees. Lift the arms, Utkatasana chair pose. Bring both palms together at the heart. Shift your weight to the right leg. Bring your left ankle above the right knee, coming into a half chair figure four stretch. Let the shoulders soften away from the ears. Look past the end of the nose. One more breath. Stepping into warrior one, bring your left foot back, turn the heel down, float the arms up, keep the right knee bending nice and deep. Let's open up the arms for warrior two, reaching the arms out to the side. Keep the tailbone lengthening down. Reverse the warrior, sweep the right arm over. Exhaling, lower your hands to the mat. Down dog split. Sweep the right leg up and back. Bring your knee to the nose, round it in. Inhaling the right leg up. Exhale to low lunge. Step your foot through the hands. Carry the foot if you need. Step all the way up to the front of the mat. Fold over the legs. Head down. Heel toe the feet back together again. Utkatasana. Bend the knees. Lift the arms. Palms to prayer at the heart. Shift your weight to the left leg. Bring the right ankle above the left knee for your half chair figure four hip opener. Soften the space between the eyebrows. Let's take one more breath. Stepping into warrior one, bring the right foot back, spin the heel down, float the arms up. Soften the shoulders as the fingertips keep reaching up, bending at the left knee, opening the arms, warrior two. Reach out. Tailbone down, arms are strong. One more breath. Let's reverse the warrior, sweep the left arm over. Windmill both hands to the mat, low lunge, down dog, split, sweep the left leg up and back. Bring your knee to the nose, curl it in and round. Inhale the left leg up. Exhale to low lunge, step your foot through the hands, step all the way forward to the front of the mat, fold over the legs, feet back together. We're going to add on a little bit there. Utkatasana, chair pose, sit deep, arms high, palms to prayer at the heart. Shift your weight to the right leg, bring the left ankle above the right knee for the figure four. Step into warrior one, bring your left foot back, spin the heel down, arms high. Warrior two, reach the arms out. Good, let's straighten the front leg, adding triangle pose, Trikonasana, turn the arms. Lower the right hand toward the mat, left arm high. Micro bend in the front knee, use a block if you need under the right hand. Turn your head if you can, look up at your left fingertips, one more breath. Let's come back to warrior two. Press through the legs, come up, bending again at the right knee. Take your left arm, the back arm, and sweep it around. Bring both palms together, interlace the fingers, index fingers pointing forward. Turn on the back toes, level the hips. Warrior three, the back leg lifts off the mat. Keep the arms lifted so your arms, biceps glued toward the ears. Try to level the hips, drop the left hip a little bit. One more breath. Lower your hands down to the mat. Step back in low lunge. Bring the left foot on the mat. You can keep the back knee lifting or lowering down as you take a twist again. Pick up the right arm, reaching up through the fingertips. One more breath. Lower the right hand down, down dog. Step the right foot back. You can hold your down dog or flow through. Inhaling to plank. Exhaling to chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Taking one more deep breath. On your inhale, let's lift the right leg. Exhale to low lunge. Step your foot through the hands. Step all the way forward to the front of the mat. Fold over the legs, head down. Feet together, toes, heels touch. Bend the knees, sink the hips down, lift the arms. Palms to prayer at the heart. Shift your weight to the left leg. Bring the right ankle above the left knee. Coming into your figure four. Soften the shoulders. Keep the chest lifting. Warrior one. Your right foot steps back. Spin the heel down. Float the arms high. Warrior two. Reach the arms out to the side. Adding a triangle pose. Straighten the front leg. Turn the arms. The left arm lowers. The right arm reaches high. Micro bend in the left knee. Turn your head, look up at the fingertips, your right fingertips if you can. Otherwise, you're just looking toward the side wall. Take one more breath. Pressing through the legs, come all the way up. Warrior two, rebend the left knee. Take the right arm, back arm, sweep it around. Palms together at the front. Turn on the right toes, interlacing fingers, index fingers, point them forward. Warrior three, the right leg off the mat. Arms up, biceps glued to the ears. Right, don't let the arms drop down. Keep the right hip dropping a little bit. Let the inner right thigh spiral in Low lunge, lower your hands to the mat. Right toes touch back on the mat. Take the twist, lift the left arm. You can modify, lower the right knee if you need. One more breath. Lowering down the left hand, down dog, step the left foot back. And again, you can hold or you can flow through your plank, chaturanga up dog. And this time when you return to your down dog, take a little child's pose, lowering the knees, toes together, hips to heels. You can reach arms forward, maybe even turn the palms face up, or you can reach the arms back behind you. All right, whatever feels good here. Let's return to hands and knees, tucking the toes, downward facing dog, hips up and back. Big inhale, lift up the left leg. Exhale, low lunge, step your foot through the hands, step all the way to the front of the mat, fold over the legs with your feet about hip width distance apart. Let's release out a little bit. Padangusthasana, grab your big toes in yogi toe lock. First two fingers of each hand. Lift the chest on the inhale. Then exhale, round it down, folding over the legs. And if you're modifying here, just take your hands to opposite elbows and hang over the legs. Good. Keep the sit bones lifting high. Just let the head hang heavy. Let's take one more breath. Big inhale, we're lifting the chest. Exhale, letting go of the toes. Padahastasana, hand to foot pose. Lift the fronts of the feet, the toes, slide the hands under. As you exhale, drop the toes down, head down, rounding over the legs. If you're holding on to opposite elbows here, you're just going to switch the grip so the opposite hand is on top. Let's take one more breath. On your inhale, we're lifting the chest. Exhale, letting go of the hands with a flat back. Bring your hands to the waist. Press up slow all the way to stand. Keep the breath moving. When you come all the way up, keep the hands on the waist, shifting your weight first toward the right leg. Right? Pick up your left palm, right? Palm up. Bend at your left knee, send the left foot back and grab the inside of your left foot with your hand, right? This is an inside grip so the hips stay closer in line here, right? Bring both knees together, right? Zip up the legs nice and tight, tailbone down, chest up. Keep looking straight ahead past the end of the nose. Lift up the right arm, kick into your left hand with the left foot. When you feel you have the back bend, your left shoulder starts to open back, then the right arm pulls forward, but you keep kicking into your left hand. Strong standing leg, look straight ahead on the horizon. Reach out with the right arm, kick into the hand one more time. Let's bring it all the way back up again. Lower the left foot, lower the right hand, Tadasana. Shake it off a little if you need. Hands again on the waist. Shifting your weight to the left leg. Pick up your right palm, bending at the right knee. Send the foot back. Grab onto the inside of your right foot. Zip up the knees, the legs together. Tailbone down, chest up. The left arm reaches high. You're looking straight past the end of the nose. Kick into the right hand. Keep kicking. When you know you have the back bend, you feel the right shoulder pulling back. Then the left arm comes all the way forward. So the left shoulder reaches forward, the right shoulder is in a straight line behind the left shoulder. Keep kicking into the right hand. Let the breath move. Let's take one more deep breath. Slowly bring it all the way back up again. Lower the right foot, lower the left arm, shake it off a little bit. Keep your feet about hip width distance apart, arms down by your sides. Inhale, circle the arms around and up overhead, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhaling, dive over the legs, soften the knees. If you need, pick up the chest, lengthen the spine as you inhale. Stepping to plank as you exhale, roll to the outer right foot, side plank, face the left side of the room. Your left leg is on top. You can modify here any way that you choose. If you want to drop the bottom knee to the mat, if you want to float the left leg up, or any other variations of side plank, feel free to go for it. Let the breath move one more time. Lowering down the left hand, come to center, go the other way, Vashisthasana. Roll to the outer left foot, the right leg stacks on top, pick up the right arm high. Try to do the same variation here you did on the first side. Let the breath move. Let's give it one more breath. Lowering down the right hand, come to center. Let's meet in down dog. You can either press straight back or take your chaturanga up dog. Good. On your next inhale, let's lift the right leg up. Nice deep bend in the right knee. Come into pigeon pose. Slide the knee through, left leg back. Hips level, using any blocks or blankets, anything that you need under the right hip or thigh. Chest up, and if you're going for it, if it feels good to do so, you can walk the hands out. Forehead down. If you're modifying here, you're just gonna turn around, lay down on your back, and bring the right ankle above the left knee in a reverse figure 4. As you start to release out, slide the hands in, lift the head up, chest up. Let's go right back to down dog. Step the right foot back. Shake it off if you need to. Optional plank chaturanga if you'd like to flow through. We'll switch the sides, lifting up the left leg, bending up at the knee. Bring the left knee through into your pigeon, right leg back. Sit tall, inhale, level the hips so we're not sliding off to the left or to the right. Use props if you need. Chest up, modify on your back if you need to, and if you're going for it, walk the hands all the way out. Forehead down. Soften the shoulders, soften the hands. Deep breaths. Let's give it one more deep breath. And releasing out, walk the hands in, lift the head, the chest up. Removing any props from under the left leg. Roll to the left leg, bring the right leg around. Let's bend up at the knees, roll onto the back. Let's do a little bridge pose today. With your knees bending, slide the heels underneath the knees, feet and knees hip width distance apart. Arms alongside the body. If you want to use a block between the knees, feel free to do that. It's a good way to release some pressure in the knees if that's an issue for you. It also is a good way to engage your inner thigh muscles, right? Strengthening your adductors. Press down through the feet. Inhale, hips up. You can hold onto the edges of the mat, or interlace all 10 fingers behind the back. Roll the shoulders back a little bit. Toes resting nice and easy. Knees forward. Tailbone forward. Press down. Keep lifting the whole front side of the body. Let's take one more breath. Releasing out the hands, lower your hips to the mat. We'll do one more back bend today, yogi's choice. If you'd like to do a second set of bridge pose, you're welcome to do so. If you want to work on Urdhva Dhanurasana, wheel pose, you'll place the hands on opposite sides of your ears, fingertips pointing to the shoulders, then you'll press down and lift up, okay? Otherwise, you're sticking with bridge, press down, inhaling, lift up. Deep breaths. Let's give it one more breath. Good. Releasing out of your back bend. Let your hips touch down again. Bring the knees in toward the chest. If it feels good, you can rock a little side to side, a little happy baby pose if you like, if that feels good on the hips or the lower back. Good. Bring your feet to the mat. Supta Baddha Konasana. Bring the soles of the feet together. The knees drop out to the sides. And you're either holding here with the hands on the legs or the belly, or dropping the arms out by your sides. If you want to take an inversion, do an inversion practice before we settle into Shavasana today, feel free to work into headstand, shoulder stand. If you want to do legs up in the air, you can do that. I'm grabbing a block to do that myself. You can always take your mat to the wall if you'd like to do something fully restorative. All right, let's just be mindful about how you move. Take your time. Stay with the breath. Let's take another deep breath or two. And lowering down nice and easy. If you're in headstand, you're going to go right into child's pose. If you're still in the hip opener, Supta Baddha Konasana, you can bring the knees together, hug them in, windshield wiper the knees side to side. If you're in shoulder stand or using the block or the blanket, you can either stay on your back in fish pose, Matsyasana, chest up, head back. You can roll onto your belly for Cobra, Bhujangasana. Right, if you want to use a block or a blanket rolled up between the shoulder blades for a supported fish, that's a fine option too. Let's take another deep breath or two. And start to slowly release out. Let's all meet up on the back. Let's do a twist before settling into Shavasana. Hug your right knee in toward your chest, extending out your left leg on the mat. Twisting first to the left side, bring the right knee over, drop the right arm out, turn your head, keeping your right shoulder on the mat. Come back to to center, letting go of the right leg. Bring your left knee in. Let's go to the right side. Bring the left knee over. Drop the left arm out. Shoulder down, turn your head, breathe. Coming back to center, knees in toward the chest. If there's any final little stretch or anything that you'd like to do before settling into your Shavasana today, feel free to do whatever stretch or shape feels good. When you are otherwise ready, you've earned it. Coming into your corpse pose, final relaxation, letting the legs extend out on the mat. Separating the feet a little bit. Drop the arms out by your sides, turning both palms face up to the sky. Closing the eyes. Letting go of the breath. Uncreasing the brow. Unclenching the jaw. Letting go of the Ujjayi breath. Settling into a few moments of stillness. Begin lengthening the breath. Gradually returning awareness to the body, wiggling fingers, wiggling toes. Maybe gently roll the head side to side. Reaching the arms overhead, enjoying a nice waking stretch. And pull the knees in toward the chest one more time. Slowly rolling to the right. Pausing here for just a moment. Keeping the eyes closed a little while longer. Come back up, finding a comfortable seated position on the mat. Bringing both palms together with the heart. Relaxing your chin to your chest, just taking a moment as we seal our practice today. Once again, checking in with the breath. Observing the breath moving through the body. And always taking an opportunity, revisiting your intention. And always taking the time to honor your efforts. Namaste.